For a long time, the galaxy believed Earth was harmless. The great alien empires studied humanity and laughed. Humans argued among themselves. Their technology looked slow. Their fleets were small compared to galactic powers. In every council meeting, Earth was marked as not a threat, so when a single human warship left Earth's system, no alarms were raised. The ship was large, dark, and silent. It did not shine with colors or symbols. It did not send greetings or warnings. It moved forward calmly, as if it already knew the ending. Alien sensors locked onto it. One ship, no fleet, no backup, the Galactic Council argued. Some said the ship should be destroyed. Others said it was only a message, a weak show of courage. In the end, they decided to watch. The human warship stopped near a powerful star system filled with life. Billions lived there. Strong shields protected the planets. Hundreds of warships guarded the space. The human ship did nothing. No words, no threats, no fear. Inside the ship, human officers stood in silence. They remembered the attacks on Earth, the warnings that were ignored, the lives that were lost. This was not revenge, this was a decision. The weapon activated quietly. There was no loud charge, no bright signal. Space itself seemed to tighten, as if holding its breath. Then Earth fired once. The galaxy did not understand what happened at first. Sensors failed. Shields collapsed instantly. Defense fleets vanished like smoke. One planet cracked open, glowing with fire. Another burned from pole to pole. Within seconds, the star system went dark. No signals, no survivors, only silence. Across the galaxy, leaders stared at their screens. Maps updated. A living system was now empty. That was the moment everything changed. Earth had not shown its strength. Before it had been waiting, and the galaxy had just heard the first answer. The galaxy waited for an explanation. After the star system vanished, every major empire tried to speak at once. Emergency signals flooded the network. Councils demanded reports. Commanders asked the same question again and again. How could one ship do this? No data made sense. The destruction was too clean, too fast. There was no long battle, no struggle. A powerful system had simply stopped existing. The human warship was still there. It did not chase survivors. It did not move forward. It did not celebrate. It remained silent. Floating in the dark where worlds once lived, alien fleets began to gather. Hundreds of ships formed defensive lines. For the first time in history, rival empires stood side by side. Fear had erased old hatred. Scanners were pushed to their limits. They found nothing familiar. The human weapon had left no clear energy trail, no known radiation. It was as if reality itself had been cut. On Earth, human leaders watched calmly. This was expected. The galaxy always reacted late. Humanity had learned this lesson the hard way. The warship, finally, transmitted a message. It was short. It was calm. It was clear. This was a demonstration. Nothing more. Panic spread faster than light. Worlds began to shut down systems. Fleets pulled back. Trade routes collapsed. Some planets evacuated their skies completely still. Many did not believe. Surely, Earth could not do it again. Inside the warship, the crew prepared quietly. No cheers, no smiles. They knew the truth. The first shot was mercy. The second would be proof. As the ship turned toward another star system, distant and heavily defended, the galaxy realized something too late. Silence was no longer peace. Silence was the warning, and Earth was not finisheth. Galaxy began to move, but not fast enough. After Earth's message spread, panic ruled every system. Some empires ordered full retreat. Others armed everything they had. Ancient weapons, forbidden technologies, last resort defenses. Nothing was left unused. Still, many believed Earth's power had limits. The second target was no weak system. It was the heart of an old empire. Massive shipyards circled its star. Thousands of warships stood guard. Planetary shields overlapped in layers, built over centuries. The human warship arrived alone. Again, its presence sent shockwaves through command networks. Enemy fleets locked weapons instantly. Targeting systems screamed for permission to fire. The order never came. They waited and hesitated. That pause cost them everything. The human ship moved closer, slow and controlled. No sudden attack, no tricks. Just calm confidence. It was as if the crew already knew the outcome. Inside the ship, human officers followed procedures written long ago. Humanity had prepared for this moment in silence. While the galaxy slept, the weapon activated again. This time, observers across nearby systems saw it happen. Space folded inward. Light twisted. The shields failed before they could react. Defense fleets vanished. Not destroyed, but erased. That the core world tried to respond, it never finished the command. The planet split under its own gravity. Fire and debris filled space. Shipyards broke apart. Everything that symbolized the Empire's power disappeared in less than a minute. Across the galaxy, fear became real. This was not luck. This was not a secret weapon used once. This was control. Messages poured in toward Earth, apologies, demands, pleas, threats. Earth did not answer. The human warship turned slowly, leaving nothing behind. For the first time in galactic history, empires understood the truth. Humanity did not fight for territory. Humanity did not seek praise. Humanity fought to end the threat forever, and now the galaxy knew the name it feared, humanity. The Galactic Council had never been this quiet. Thousands of representatives filled the great chamber, yet no one spoke. Entire empires had lost their core worlds. Defense fleets that once ruled space were gone. Every screen showed the same truth: humanity could erase a civilization with a single ship. Fear broke the old order. Some members demanded total war. They shouted that Earth must be destroyed before it destroyed everyone else. Others begged for peace, their voices shaking as they spoke. But no plan made sense. To attack Earth meant facing the same weapon again. To wait meant risking another system vanishing without warning. The Council asked the only question left: what does humanity want? No one had the answer. Earth still sent no messages, no demands, no threats. Silence wrapped around the galaxy like a shadow. Then the human warship appeared again. Not near a capital, not near a fleet. It stopped in empty space, directly between dozens of major trade routes. The meaning was clear. Humanity could cut the galaxy in half if it wished. Trade collapsed overnight. Worlds ran out of supplies. Energy shortages spread. Panic grew deeper. Empires that once ruled millions now struggled to feed their people. Still, Earth did not fire. Days passed, weeks, the warship remained still. Like a judge waiting for a choice to be made, inside, the human crew stayed calm. They knew this moment mattered more than destruction. This was not about fear anymore. This was about control. Finally, a small delegation gathered the courage to act. Not warriors, not rulers, diplomats. They requested permission to approach the human ship. The answer came at last. One sentence: you may speak. The Council realized something terrifying. Earth had never lost control. Earth had been waiting for the galaxy to grow up, and the next words spoken would decide everything. The diplomatic vessel moved slowly toward the human warship. It was small, unarmed, and defenseless. Every being aboard knew this meeting could end in an instant. One wrong word, one wrong tone, and another system might vanish. The human ship allowed them closer. No weapons. Locked, no warnings, only silence. The delegates entered a vast chamber inside the warship, clean, simple, human, no trophies, no signs of victory, just control panels and quiet lights. A human commander stepped forward, calm eyes, steady voice. You now understand, he said. No anger, no pride, just fact. The delegates spoke of peace, of treaties, of cooperation. They promised limits, borders, shared space. They begged Earth to stop. The human listened, then he answered. For centuries, you expanded without care. You erased weaker worlds. You ignored warnings. When Earth asked for balance, you laughed. The room felt heavy. "We do not want your systems," the commander continued. "We do not want your resources." The delegates felt hope rise. "We want certainty." He explained Earth's choice. No empire would rule alone again. No fleet would grow beyond control. No world would be erased in silence. Humanity would not govern the galaxy. Humanity would watch it. The terms were simple. Disarmament limits. Shared monitoring. Any violation would be answered once. The delegates understood the meaning of that. Once they agreed, there was no alternative. The human warship powered down its weapon for the first time. Across the galaxy, fleets stood down. Trade routes reopened slowly. Panic faded into fear. Then into memory. But the lesson remained. Earth did not conquer the galaxy. Earth ended the age of unchecked empires as the diplomats left. The commander spoke one final line. "Remember this moment." The galaxy would never forget, because Earth had fired once, and no one wanted to hear the second answer again. Years passed, and the galaxy changed. Where fleets once ruled by fear, borders now held firm. Massive armadas were broken apart. Ancient empires shrank, not by force, but by agreement. For the first time, power had a limit. At the center of it all was Earth. Humanity did not build statues or demand tribute. The warship that had ended an age remained hidden, moving only when needed. Most worlds never saw it again, but everyone remembered it. The story spread across generations. Parents told their children about the moment the galaxy went silent, about the worlds that vanished because no one listened, about the species that waited until the last moment and then answered once. Trade flourished under fear's shadow. Diplomacy became serious. War became rare. Because silence now had meaning. On Earth, humanity returned to its old debates and differences. But one truth united them. They had learned restraint before power. They had learned patience before anger, and the galaxy had paid attention. Sometimes, distant sensors detected the human warship passing quietly through deep space. No weapons active. No signals sent. Just presence, that was enough. Empires paused their plans. Fleets changed course. Councils remembered old screens going dark. No shots were fired. No warnings were needed. Humanity had proven its strength once. That was all it ever intended to do. In time, new species joined the galactic community. They learned the rules quickly. Balance mattered. Silence mattered. And somewhere in the dark, the human warship watched. Not as a conqueror, not as a tyrant, but as a reminder. Earth did not seek to rule the galaxy. Earth made sure no one else ever ruled it alone. And because of that single shot, the stars finally slept in peace.